I love sewing, but that doesn't mean that I want to make absolutely everything that I wear. Today I have a navy lookbook for you, and it's including some absolutely gorgeous pieces that the very lovely people at Lily Silk have sent me, and it gives me great pleasure to say for the second time that this part of the video is a paid for advertorial with Lily Silk. And again, I'm so excited that I get to say it for the second time. I worked with them previously in January and they sent me a couple of knit pieces and a pillowcase. And pillowcases I love and I'm still using, and I've really noticed a difference in my hair. And the two knit pieces feature regularly in my wardrobe. This time round they sent me 2 more knits and 2 woven pieces. Oh my goodness. One of the knit pieces is this roll neck cashmere jumper in the navy colourway. I have it in the carmine and also the camel tan brown colour. I will list everything in the description down below. I wear these loads. I wear them as layering pieces. I find them really versatile. I can wear them by themselves, as you will be seeing here in a couple of the twirls, but I also love layering them under my dresses, especially the dresses with the giant sleeves like this, because these are really difficult to get a cardigan over and I still want to be warm, so I love this look. The second knit piece that they sent me this time round was the silk knitted t-shirt with the roll neck. This comes in black and greyish. I went for the size small for this one. They have a really good system on their website where you can put in your measurements and it'll tell you what size it recommends for you. Usually it recommends that I take a medium in tops, but I knew I wanted this to be another layering piece. Again, if I want extra warmth, I've been wearing it under outfits like this. So this silk t-shirt, then the cashmere jumper, then the dress, and I have been toasty warm, which I love. This is so versatile. It washes really easily and I am totally going to be buying myself another one of these because it has just been that versatile for this time of year. Love this. The next thing that I requested was one of their silk camisoles, and I gave them a choice of colours, but this was one of my favourites. It's emerald and oh my gosh, it is absolutely stunning. Beautiful. The quality of the silk is amazing. Something else, the inside of these garments, I'm going to do some close-ups for you. Now we all know how I like a pretty inside as well as a beautiful outside. French seams, bias binding, the way that they finished the lace off around the neck edge, it's bound with 1/4 inch bias binding. The amount of attention and detail that's gone into this is amazing for the price point, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. I've only styled it one way in this video because it is the colder part of the year, but I can definitely see myself wearing this in the spring and autumn, possibly even summer, in a variety of different ways and as a layering piece. It is absolutely gorgeous and I love it. And the final piece they sent me this time round is this silk shirt with this lace detail on the sleeves. We all know how I'm enjoying big sleeves at the moment, and this thing is absolutely glorious. It's got a hidden button placket down the front, beautiful cream colour, and again I'm going to show you an up close-up of the insides. This is genuinely amazing. It's all French seamed, it's top stitched beautifully. It is so well made. I styled this a couple of ways with the pinafore dress that I made from my 5 pieces from one pattern, and the skirt that I made in that video as well. I love how both of these things look. It's going to be a really versatile piece in my wardrobe and I'm so pleased that I have it. I think it is absolutely beautiful. All of the pieces arrived in their own individual box, which I love. This is just such a gorgeous thing in and of itself. We all know how I like to keep and use boxes in the sewing room. It was wrapped with ribbon. It's beautiful. This is all recycled packaging and recyclable if you are not like me and keep all of your boxes to put all of your different things in. I'm going to end up with like beading and motifs in these, I'm sure, and it's just a really lovely way to receive your new items in their own individually wrapped boxes. And you can go for envelope packaging if you want to save on packaging, but again, like I say, I keep these boxes so I'm always going to go for the boxed option. The other thing that I love that Lily Silk do is the tags that come with your product also have these little swatches on them. So obviously this is from the green top. We've got a little bit of wool for the navy cashmere jumper, and then also there's a little bit of silk and a spare button in here for the white shirt. So if the worst happens and one of your items gets damaged, then you have the exact right material to hopefully patch that hole and make a repair. I love that. I've always been a huge advocate for luxury basics being added to your wardrobe, and if you're clever about the things that you pick, they will be hugely versatile and work really hard for you. And as I said at the beginning of this video, just because I sew doesn't mean to say I want to make absolutely everything. And to be totally totally honest with you, I'm not sure that I'd be able to achieve the same beautiful result on these two woven pieces that they have. Silk is still a fabric that scares me, so I love the fact that I'm able to go to somewhere like Lily Silk and buy it for such a reasonable price. It's Oeko-Tex certified, they are a zero waste company. I love everything about the brand and I'm so pleased and excited to be able to work with them again. So when I was planning this capsule collection, this time round I decided I wanted to focus on the colour navy rather than a specific print like I did last time in the Cobra Corsage Mulberry lookbook. This time I went through my wardrobe and picked out anything with a navy base. Now I haven't picked out everything that I have with a navy base because there is going to be another collection coming featuring purples, teals and navies in the future, which again this is going to work really well with. I wanted to bring in all the red or carmine and camel coloured tones, so I went for this selection behind me here. This was one of the first pieces I picked out. Obviously the outer of this is not particularly navy, but I obviously went for a navy inner, and I really like how the navy roll neck brings out some of the deeper tones in the print, and then the Lily Silk white shirt brings out some of the lighter tones in the print. I love this piece. I'm so pleased with it. I do think this kind of dress is really versatile for this time of year, and it is something that I enjoy wearing because I can layer up so much and keep myself nice and toasty warm. Next up we have the Vogue 9327. I made this dress at the beginning of the year, absolutely loved it, except for the stupid sleeves. They had giant holes in them. We don't want holes in our sleeves. I love this dress. I think it's gorgeous. I made it in a really precious to me fabric. It's the Naturella Bouquet Viscose, and it was a present from the very lovely Nancy. I experimented with it and I shouldn't have done. So I have fixed the sleeves. I have made an undersleeve out of a crinkle navy viscose that matches. I have refashioned it, and I am absolutely over the moon with how this has come out. I'm going to wear this dress now because I haven't worn it since I made it. I also love that I can use it as a layering piece. I showed you it with the denim skirt and the denim waistcoat over the top of it, and I love how that's come out. Really pleased that I finally fixed this, and I now will wear this one and I will make this again. In fact, now that I've fixed the sleeves, I've worked out that I love them so much that I added them on to this Butterick 6380 bodice. The technical term is smoosh. I smooshed these sleeves on. I am over the moon with how this has come out. Now, full disclosure, I haven't hemmed it yet. It's still got a raw edge on the hem. I only finished it this afternoon. I was literally putting buttonholes and buttons on just before I was getting ready to film this video, but I really desperately wanted to show you this dress. I've been hoarding this fabric for the longest time, and I'm so glad that I waited for the perfect dress for it because I love how this has turned out. I bought 1.9 meters from the show, and then I went and bought whatever they had left online, which turned out to be 1.8 meters. I have nothing of this fabric left, just tiny little scraps. I'm so pleased that I waited for the inspiration to strike for the perfect pattern combination. There will be more of this combination of these three different pieces because oh my god, this is awesome. Next up we have a surprisingly versatile piece. This is the New Look 6013 waistcoat without the collar. Now don't get me wrong, I love the collar, but I knew I wanted to be able to wear it with collars like this, and the extra collar on the waistcoat was kind of adding a little bit more bulk and visual. It was a little bit more cluttered. Is that the right? Yeah, cluttered. It was too much. I do love the one that I've made with the collar on it, and I will make this with a collar again, but I am loving the sleek lines of this one, and as you've seen, I think it goes over everything. And I also love it belted as well. That is a trick that I've learned from Shirin and also I think Rachel Maxey, and it is something that just for me gives me that little extra definition at the waist that I love. And I'm so glad that I had enough of the denim fabric that the very lovely Claire gave me so that I could make this up, because I am loving it. Next piece is the denim skirt. This was part of the 5 pieces from one pattern collection. I am in love with this thing. One of the tweaks that I made to this and also the pinafore was to lengthen the skirt by 2 inches to make sure that it was long enough to go over my skirts of my dresses. You will have seen I have layered this piece over pretty much all of the dresses except this one. I've already done that, you've seen that before. That is one trick that I would say if you're thinking about following in my footsteps, is think about the length of the skirt and the length of the other skirts that you have and wear frequently. If you do want it to be a layering piece, add that extra couple of inches of length just to make sure that the dress skirts don't peek out from underneath. This denim is absolutely gorgeous. I really love it. Again, thank you so much to Claire for gifting it to me. 5 meters. I got the skirt, the waistcoat, and there's a Sorrento waiting to be made. Thank you, Claire. Eclair. This was one of my favourite experiments from this year. I've been trying to find the perfect less than a metre top for me, and I think I've done that with this by Hand London Anna hack. I have lengthened the bodice by 4 inches and I put my zips in so they zip downwards, which means that will still go over my boobs so that I can get this thing on. This is also the Naturella Bouquet fabric. When I was making the dress, I was trying to fully line the sleeves and I just didn't have enough fabric to do it. And I'm really glad that I didn't, because it's worked out really well. I got one of my favourite tops, and it also meant that this wasn't too bulky when I added in the sleeve lining to fix the sleeves in the way that I've done. So it's all been a very happy accident. And again, one of the things that I really don't enjoy making are kind of like the basic t-shirts. Now this one does have a little bit more interest. It's the striped rib and it also has buttons or press studs on the sleeves. I think this is absolutely gorgeous. I love the white and burgundy stripe in it. It goes really well with the dark denim. I didn't try styling it under this dress. It could work. We all know that I think stripes, polka dots and plaids are completely neutral and go with everything, so it could work with this one. Could be interesting. I've had this for years. I got it from Next. I bought quite a few of them in different colorways and I'm so glad that I did, because I really don't enjoy making them, so I would much rather buy something. And I think if you are careful about where you buy products from, like Lily Silk, or if you thrift things second hand, then adding ready to wear pieces to your handmade wardrobe is totally fine. I get joy out of sewing things like this dress and the over-the-top pieces. I don't get that much joy from making this kind of thing, so I will look for ready-to-wear pieces that will work hard for me and fill in the gaps of my wardrobe that I just don't want to make myself. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this is the second time that I get to work with Lily Silk, which I'm absolutely over the moon about. I don't know if you can tell. Last time they sent me this carmine jumper, which is exactly the same as the navy one that I'm wearing, and Mum liked it so much she bought the camel coloured one, and again both of these would work really well under this dress and give it another look, a different look, which I love. Mum happens to be the same size as me, so I can borrow this one from her, and she also bought her own carmine one because I wasn't going to share this one. It's mine, all mine. They've both been washed and worn many times and they still look as lovely as when we first got them back in January. So yeah, highly recommend. There is a discount code for you, sewing12, which will get you 12% off of your order, and if you sign up to Lily Silk's newsletter they will email you about any other discounts that they're doing. They are expensive, but if you think about cost per wear, these luxury basics are going to work really hard for you in your wardrobe, especially if you're careful about the colour that you buy, or you could get multiple colours like we did. And finally, this wouldn't be a me lookbook if I didn't feature at least one mum knit piece. This is the Heart and Cardigan in navy wool. It's one of those pieces that's a testament to how much Mum loves me, because she hates knitting in dark wool. She agreed to make this in navy for me. I'm still working up to asking for her for one in black. I don't think she's going to say yes. I love this pattern. Mum has rounded out the neckline for me. The original pattern does come with a square neckline. I much prefer it rounded. This one actually is living in Mum's wardrobe at the moment because it looks really good on her with one of her navy dresses as well, so it's another piece that we're kind of sharing. It's a really great styling piece. I've loved wearing it with all the different outfits that I've shown you in this lookbook, and I will be asking Mum to knit me more in the future. Maybe a slightly different cable design, because Kim Hargreaves does have kind of like a staple of this shape but just with different patterns on them, but this one is gorgeous. I've really enjoyed styling up all these different outfits today. It's been really fun using these luxury basic pieces from Lily Silk to bring different dimensions to some of my printed and patterned outfits. We all know I love a good print. We all know I am not the biggest fan of sewing with solids, so the fact that I can add in pieces that look as good as this and are as beautifully made as these pieces really does bring me joy. So thank you again to Lily Silk for sending me these items and sponsoring this video. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more of my styling and capsule collection ideas, you might like this video here.